Human beings love themselves and positively see themselves. Most people defend themselves naturally. This is a normal situation. People who keep thinking negative thoughts about themselves should understand that this is something contrary to our human nature, and some reason probably causes it. Understanding this reason is critical if you want to train your brain to stop thinking negatively. Self-negative thoughts can result from a bad relationship, a difficult financial situation, due to professional failure, lack of satisfaction, or disappointment. And yet, there are people for whom these situations will not cause them to have negative thoughts about themselves. Under the same conditions, they probably won't be in a good mood, making perfect sense. Who can be in a good mood when the financial situation is problematic or the relationships have ended? It is quite natural also to be angry at ourselves following a mistake in judgment. But these people will not think of themselves as negative things routinely, as a way of life. What is the difference between people who negatively see themselves and those who perceive themselves positively? The root cause lies in the way we have become accustomed to looking at ourselves. It has to do with the education we received at home as young children or because of a very dominant person near us, in the workplace or in a relationship with us. This is someone who has a significant impact on our lives that causes us to look at ourselves negatively. This is not someone who hurts us once, but instead, someone who does it consistently, and in a long process, undermines our mental resilience and our belief in our abilities and skills. When we are children, it is almost impossible for us to protect ourselves. Even when we are adults it can still be challenging, but we have a level of awareness that little kids do not have. The first thing that is required of us is to understand this point. We need to realize that there is a toxic personality in our lives that hurts us and leads us to this state of mind. Once we understand this, we need to understand who it is. It does not have to be someone we hate. Maybe it's even the opposite. Someone we love led us to think negative thoughts about ourselves. The people we love have the most significant impact on our lives. Our ability to realize that someone dear to us leads us to the wrong places is complicated and sometimes impossible. But that's the key to change. Without this understanding, we will continue to go round and round and chase after our tail. Stop for a moment and think about it. Is there anyone around you who regularly doubts your abilities? Someone mocking you? Is there someone close to you who gives you negative feedback regularly? The most important thing before training your brain to stop thinking negative thoughts is identifying the cause that leads you there. Once you have identified it, the goal is to break away from the person that poisons your psyche, suppressing your genuine belief in yourself. At the very least, reduce the relationship with this person to the minimum required. It is certainly not a simple process, but our life is not a roses garden, certainly not if we are engrossed in ourselves' negative thoughts. If we want to stop these thoughts, we must disconnect the negative thoughts feed pipe. Only then will the healing process begin that will include rebuilding self-confidence and belief in who we are. Always remember, the normal state of human beings is self-love and not self-hatred. Only after you love yourself can you blossom. You can love other people, you will allow yourself to dare to do things you never thought you could. Train your mind to stop thinking negative thoughts without understanding the root cause. It is useless. Remember this. Once you have completed this painful process that is a critical path, you can move on to practices that will allow you mental recovery.